So what's up guys, and welcome to my first video here on Abster TCG. Today we will do a deep dive on Blackbeard. We will go with the deck briefly and then we will get some matchups. In this case some gameplay of the mirror. So first of all, Blackbeard is coming out in OP09 and I feel like it's the most fun leader I've been playing in a while, and it's really good and competitive. For the matchups, I feel like there's not really any matchup that you hard lose, and there's not really a matchup that you hard win. Of the meta decks, that's a purple Luffy, blue Doflamingo, black yellow Luffy, and for the mirror, and maybe I forgot some other cases, but the deck is really good and it rewards skillful gameplay. So let's just hop right into the video. Okay, so mirror. So essentially, I always want to go second because you curl out good in the mirror. And also what I'm trying to see in the mirror is to see just my age. I try to see Hachinoso and I try to see Jesus Berg's 10 cost and also trying to see the liberation for the mirror then. So here we want to set up Jesus Berg's play, turn 2. So I'm going to go for 1. This is my age. If we find another Bergs, so it's really good. Then we can put out Hachinoso to like start digging our deck even more and filling up our grave. So find another 10 cost. It's kind of bad we bot decked another 10 cost, but at least still even. Yeah, I feel like we can take damage there. He's going Lafitte to search. He has not found Hachinoso yet, so that's good for us. So we're obviously going to attack the Lafitte. We will drop our own Bergs. And then we probably ditching Laboon to find another Bergs. The Laboons and the Van Auger is not really good in the mirror. You're just trying to like compete for the board and fill it. So when you start to drop in the 10 costs, you can just like roll it from there. So I'm going to take this too because like we want to see more cards and the deck is not like that good at finding lethal. So I'm going to play a Bergs. I'm going to look. I should probably have swung first with it. Like there's no cards that can kill Bergs in this situation. So we got the answer for his Bergs with the Liberation. And now we can't Bergs because he went for Liberation. He's going a 6 at us. I think we have to start countering now. So we're going to give him a 2k. So he can't run away with the game. Probably going to drop Finger Gun. Finger Gun is also not that good in the mirror match. Because you mainly want to like get the board and stick to Burgess. So you just try to find Liberation and Burgess and the 10 costs. So we're going to start with the Lafitte. Take another Liberation. Card is goated. Then we will swing for 7 at his leader. He will most likely take it. Then we'll go 3 and 3. Then we put down our Bergs. And hopefully he has gone through double Liberation. I'm just running 2. Maybe I'm going to point up to 3. But that's a good thing because if the Berg sticks, then I can start playing 10 costs. It's really good. So we can initially take this. Okay, so we go double Bergs here. So we're going to take out both. We're going to attack Tokyo. And then we can cycle a 2k because we don't need it. Oh, we find the Vasco. 9. Then we drop the Vasco. And the pass. So at this point, if he goes 10 cost, we will essentially win because if we find another one, I think. So here we go 10 cost, we go 10 cost. So we'll just chain them together. It's going to swing 5 at us. I think we are allowed to take it. We go 10 cost. He should probably go for 10 cost and then nullifying this and attacking to it till he gets a card from our hand. So we will go 10 cost, nullify, and then start to ship away the cards and the resources from him. And then we're going to cycle this card because We won't have like a spare down for some turns. He's going to go his 10 costs, then he's going to swing 5. We're going to throw the dock queue. He's getting you. Okay, so we start with this for Laboon. We found a third 10 cost, that's really good. And then we can start with swinging 5 at him. So if he blocks, then I can go 10 cost, negate the other one, and then swing face. This one, okay. So we are 8 card from getting Bergs to good stat. So it does not matter if we attack with him, so we're just going to go 10 cost. And nullify another one. So we probably won't get Bergs to 12k in a while. That's not that good, but we have a Berg, so when we start dropping the 10 cost energy, we have Vasco and Bergs, so we can start swinging with our 12 costs, and then we just taking out the resources. So you get a Vasco. Okay, so he will miss a 10 cost. It's huge for us because we can just start putting pressure on him, and he most likely won't be able to kill us. So he will swing for 12. That's a little bit weird because then we can really threaten him. We could actually maybe go for lethal too, and we will throw the Bergs because we will most likely don't use it this game anymore. And he's going to think 13 at lead. Can block, and then go stronger. So we can maybe threaten lethal here. So if we start going a 5 here, if he blocks it, then we can just swing big with all of them, but that's a little bit risky. So I think we're just going to play it safe. And we're going to nullify lead and the blocker. Then we're going to start attacking. I think we can do this and these two because we have 2 blockers. And he leads a lot of cards too. And he just has like 2 attacks if you don't have to go super minus. So yeah, we don't want to use it because we have counter. So I think we are in a really good spot here to find the Bergs. It does not matter. So even 10 cost won't save him here because he can only attack with these two if we don't want to use a lot of dons for Lafitte, and we have enough counter to at least counter one of them, and we have 2 blockers too. So this game should be in the bag. Most likely. Yeah. GG's. Okay, he disconnected. Going to find another matchup. Going to find this guy again. This is a really good hand, and we got to go second again. I should probably have went first. So I mainly want to start Lafitte. And in this case, I think I will take Vasco, because it's really good to have on board when you start playing the 10 cost, because then you can swing more aggressively with the 10 costs to protect. So for next turn we can go for a Bergs. Okay, so we'll go face, most likely be a dock queue here. We take it, we found the first 10 cost. So I think for this turn we could drop the Bergs, but I think like he won't start swinging for a while, so we can just go attack, dock queue, and then like start searching our deck more. So we start with the Lafitte, we find another, this is my age, and we go double just to fill up the grave. So when we essentially play the Bergs, it will be a 7k now. And we also have the double liberation for his Bergs. So he will go for a Lafitte, so he probably does not have the Bergs. going to find the teach. So, and he's going to go 6 lead. I'll take it to see more cards. As you saw last game, it's really hard for him to go for game. Okay, so this is a kind of a tough spot because I have to choose one of these, but I probably attack the Lafitte. Because otherwise he can just KO with this one. So the problem if I drop Vasco here, he can just play a Laboon or a Van Auger and KO it. So it's a little bit scuffed turn. Maybe there's argument for playing the Van Auger here too. But I don't think Van Auger does too much because I have to find a docu and I don't have any more searchers. So I'll probably go for a Jesus Bergs. And then swing into the Lafitte. He could answer with Liberation, but he can't drop his own Bergs then. So if I drop the Van Auger, it can't get liberated. I think the Van Auger is good because if KO it, I draw a card. So we just do this. And then we pass. Just going Laboon. Okay, so he will KO it. And we found our docu. So that's really good. And now we're starting to get out of life. So I think we counter that. So not get too low. Like, I think we are in a decent spot because we can just go Van Auger, docu, attack into his docu, and we can KO the Laboon and we will have 2 cards. And he will have problems setting up the Bergs next turn. So maybe just try to take the board. And when you go to when one guy drops the 10 cost, then the other guy needs to counter with the 10 cost. So that's why you want to have the board before starting to do it. So what I will do is I will go for 6 on docu, so it gets removed. Then I'll go for Van Auger docu. Then I'll KO Laboon, and I'll pass. So yeah, 9 done, so we can go for double Bergs, but we have the answer, and then we can drop a Vasco, and we still have like a board. Okay, he finds the Hachinosu. He will get the Bergs, so we know he has 1 Bergs in hand. I've not been really following what he has in his hand, but okay, so attack, so we don't really need a dock here, so we can just drop it to preserve life. So we're going to go finger gun. Okay, so we go liberation. He has not gone through any liberations, so he most likely has it, but we can pin him to have to use Fordon for it. And then we can go for a Lafitte search. Get another 10 cost on top because they're better. Maybe I should have put one on top in case of searches in the future, but so we're going to swing a 5, he will most likely take. And then we'll play a Bergs and pass. So even though I took like life aggressively early game, we are like kinda the same after just 1 swing, so don't be afraid like to take 1 or 2 hit, at least in the mirror match. I think in other matchups you have to be a little bit more afraid because they can aggro you down, for example Doffy or Purple Luffy or other matchups. So go to Mancherry, get the Bergs. We could do the same, so we can docu the Mancherry. We go Liberation. We go Mancherry. We bot deck. I think we want to bot deck Liberations because I only play 2 and I want to see them. And then we'll swing 5 at him. He'll most likely take. Then we drop our Bergs. It's a little bit rough here if you go Liberation and Bergs. Because we are running out of gas and we don't really have an answer anymore to Bergs. So we have to start dropping 10 costs. But yeah, because he will most likely attack the Mancherry, yeah, and then we'll drop his Bergs. So we are a little behind now on board. But we are like taking out his resources. So what we could do is attack and then we could drop our own Bergs. So he has gone through 1, 2 liberations, mostly still 3. So there's a big chance he has another one. So I think we can go for Laboon, Bergs and Vasco. or we could go into Berg's Auger and go for 6. So is there really a reason to get Auger over a Vasco Laboon? No, I don't think so. So we're going to swing a 5. He'll most likely... Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he could take it. Okay. So he's going to counter it. So I will go for my Bergs, the Laboon, and the Vasco. So we have a decent board. Unfortunately, he found the Hachinosu before me, so he's been able to pump his Bergs. They're kind of big. So yeah, we can... No, we counter this, so we take the Bergs, so we preserve the Vasco. So he will go 10 cost. Finger gun doesn't really... we could finger gun just to mill cards, but... Okay, so he go 10 cost. So we could actually go, yeah, 10 cost. I really like to negate the Bergs when we start dropping the 10 cost, because if we swing with his, then we can start to go aggressive on them, because if he just have Bergs up, he can just get free swings. But I think in this case, we want to start withering down his resources. And we also have the Vasco as protection for the Laboon if he goes 10 cost. So he's going to swing 2 5s at him, and we count 1 and take 1. So I don't actually know if we are up this game, because soon the Bergs will be able to swing for 12s, and that's really problematic. So he will negate the leader. Are we able to take this? No, I don't think so. But we can take the Bergs, and then we preserve Vasco. So we get the Bergs. Oh, now we found the Hachinoso. That's not really that good. And if we go leader, Bergs won't get pumped. So I'm thinking if we should, I think we just should drop a 10 cost. Then we start swinging with the 2 5s. In case if he blocks, then we can get the swing with the Bergs. And the Vasco is kind of huge here, because we get a free block on attack. Unfortunately, we don't have that much counter in hand, but let's do this. If he blocks, that's good, because then we can get him down to 1. He does not have that much resources in the hand left. This is the problematic thing, because I can't swing because he will block, and then he can swing with his Bergs and my Bergs. I think I'm just going for a 10 cost. And then in this case, I think it's better to stun the Bergs, because in one card it will be a 12k. Yeah, so then he can start swinging with it. If he swing with this ones, we can easily get to them. So we're just going to do this, and then we will pass. So we got the last teach. If he does not have a teach, that's huge for us, because then we can start setting up. I think maybe this game I should have counted out 1 life before, said 2 life, but I don't know. I think we are in a decent spot right there. So if he misses a 10 drop, okay, so he misses a 10 drop. So I think in this case we just block with the Vasco, just to preserve resources. If he attacks, okay, so he attacks. So I think there's an argument to take this, and then just try to kill his next turn. So, or we could go block, and then throw a Bergs. But he's keeping 2 Don, so I think he maybe go Vasco. So I think we should... Oh, there are arguments for taking this. Yeah, I will take it. Yes, we go for the Vasco. So here we can actually try to go for lethal. The thing is, if we can, so if we go finger gun on the Vasco, we can go for 7, 7, 7, 9. Then we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more cards in the grave if we want to like pump him up. So that's unfortunately one card from pumping the Bergs. But I think we should go for lethal because he's kinda low on resources. And like... So if I go my teach now and just swing with everything, well, like I can block out the Bergs, then I get 3 blockers, but then if he gets a liberation, he can turn off 1, and then on top of the counters, I think I have to go for game this turn. So do that, do that, that, that. So, oh, yeah, I miscounted that. So I should not have dropped the cards. But so we start with swinging 7 at him. So he could counter out. Okay, so he's going to take. And then we're going to swing a 9. So he has to be able to... Okay, yeah, so we find the game here.